Now we have the third reaction, that is the reaction due to carboxylic acid. So we will see in this reaction that carboxylic acid actually gets transforms to another compound. So in which the first reaction, a very common reaction and very important too, is decarboxylation. So here what happens is, suppose we take a carboxylic acid, suppose I take ethanoic acid, I will react it with sodium, and we know that as it is acidic in nature, we will get sodium acetate with the liberation of hydrogen. Now when we will react this sodium acetate with NaOH in presence of calcium oxide, so that it can absorb the water actually, and you know that what this compound will actually break from here, and this H will react this side and we will particularly get alkane, along with that we will get sodium carbonate. So this is decarboxylation, something that means the removal of the carboxylic group, as you can see in this reaction. Second is the Kolb's electrolytic reaction. So in this what I am going to take is, I am going to take is sodium acetate, right. I need to pass electric current. So it is an aqueous solution actually. So let us take 2 moles. So what happened, it forms 2 moles of sodium acetate and 2 sodium ions. As it is an aqueous solution, that means you are going to get the reaction at cathode and anode obviously as a result of electrolysis, but you know that according to the discharge potential reaction take place. So what happens at cathode, this H2O taken electrons, 2 electrons forming 2 OH negative within liberation of hydrogen gas. And what happens at anode actually, this acetate ion, this acetate ion will lose electrons, 2 electrons, and they will somehow get rearranged. I will just write the complete formula, it will be correct. Suppose it is CH3CONa, so it is going to be C, H, C, O and O, right, like this. So it is CH3 particularly. So CH3CO negative, it will form CH3CO negative, and this negative will go on because it will release 2 electrons and they will somehow rearrange to form molecule C2H6. Along with that we will get a carbon dioxide. So I think it is clear. See, I have taken a sodium acetate, and when I pass current I get an acetate ion with sodium ion. Then at cathode, because it is an aqueous solution and according to discharge potential the reaction take place. So it is this thing reduction, H2O gaining 2 electrons forming 2 hydroxide and hydrogen gas, and at anode what happens, these acetate ions is losing electron and they get rearranged somehow to form ethane. So this is what is the Kolb's electrolytic reduction. Now we see the reduction as well. So what happens when we reduce it? Suppose I have a carboxylic acid. I try to reduce it by adding hydrogen iodide in presence of red phosphorus. So particularly what I get as a result, I get this thing RH. So what happened, this carbon is included in the chain. This is RH, and along with that we get H2O and I2. I will write C here because C does not go away. So it is alkane, H2O and I2. Likewise, we can reduce it to alcohol as well. Suppose I have a carboxylic acid, I add nascent hydrogen to it, and it take place in particularly in presence of reducing agent, say lithium aluminium hydride. So what do we get? We get alcohol, and along with that we get H2. So this is H2O, sorry. So this is what is the reduction. So this is how you can show the reaction due to carboxylic acid, where it forms the alkane, where it forms again the alkane, and here it gets reduced to alkane as well as can reduce to alcohol as well. And in this, if you take a dicarboxylic sodium salt of dicarboxylic acid like this, and you do electrolysis, you are going to get ethene as well. You can get ethene. And likewise, if you take this compound as this kind, means already having the double bond, it will get transforms to the triple bond compound. So likewise, we can have the reaction involving the carboxylic acid group. So least last property which is left is reaction due to alkyl group. So the commonly used reaction is the HYZ reaction, that is called as Hell-Vollard Zielinski reaction. So what happened in this? In this particularly the reaction take place when the carboxylic acid possess the alpha carbon. So we know that the carbon which is attached to the directly to the carboxylic acid is regarded as the alpha carbon. So we are going to react add an halogen. So what happened, this halogen will replace the H from this alpha carbon. So as a result we will get this kind of thing, H1H already it remains as such, and we formed, so it is a chloric acid type compound. Likewise, we can also carry out the oxidation, in which we will see that there is involvement of alkyl group. So we have this kind of carboxylic acid we are doing in presence of hydrogen peroxide. So what happens again, in this case we know that this is alpha and this is beta and this is gamma. So particularly in this case the beta, the hydrogen get displaced with the hydroxide group. So this is what is the reaction in which we see that alkyl group get transformed into a chloric acid, or it get transformed into an hydroxide, and likewise we can have a certain kind of reactions in which the alkyl group is actually being replaced. So the condition which is required is that there should be a alpha carbon in this case, and there in this the beta, from this beta carbon is like the this thing, the OH get added to the beta carbon. And moreover, more thing you need to remember, that more is the, like if we have more H here and we keep on adding more halogen, all the hydrogen can get displaced and we can get likewise the substituted halogen acid compound. So this is what is the reaction involving the carboxylic acid. So we have finished with the carboxylic acid, and I think you got it in a correct manner, that what kind of carboxylic acid, how we can prepare it, what are the physical properties, and even what are the chemical properties.